Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of David and Goliath, tales in history filled with courage, faith, triumph, and human frailty. From his legendary battle against Goliath to his rise as the most celebrated king of Israel, and ultimately his struggles with power and personal desires, David's life is a testament to both divine favor and the complexities of human nature. David's journey begins humbly in the fields of Bethlehem, where he was the youngest son of Jesse, a shepherd boy with little expectation of greatness. While his older brothers took on more prominent roles in their society, David spent his days tending sheep, unknowingly preparing for a destiny far greater than anyone could imagine. What made David special was not his status, nor his strength, but his heart. God saw something in David that others overlooked: a deep faith and a willingness to serve. This became evident when the prophet Samuel, acting on God's instructions, anointed David as the future king of Israel, though at the time, Saul still reigned. The most defining moment of David's early life came when the Israelites found themselves at war with the Philistines. The mighty Philistine warrior, Goliath, a towering giant, terrorized the armies of Israel with his strength and arrogance. No one dared challenge him until David arrived. Though just a boy, David's faith in God gave him a confidence that the seasoned warriors lacked. Refusing the cumbersome armor offered to him, he faced Goliath with only a sling and 5 smooth stones. With unwavering faith, he slung a single stone that struck Goliath squarely in the forehead, felling the giant and securing victory for Israel. This act of bravery catapulted David into the spotlight, making him a hero in the eyes of the people. Despite his newfound fame, David's path to the throne was anything but easy. King Saul, who initially welcomed him into his court, grew increasingly jealous of David's popularity and success. The women of Israel saying, "Saul has slain his thousands, and David his tens of thousands," and this only deepened Saul's paranoia. Driven by fear and resentment, Saul attempted to kill David multiple times, forcing the young warrior to flee and live as a fugitive for years. During this time, David gathered a loyal following and continued to demonstrate wisdom, mercy, and faith. On to separate occasions, David had the opportunity to kill Saul, but chose not to, declaring that he would not harm the Lord's anointed. His patience and reverence for God's plan proved that he was not only a warrior, but also a man of integrity. Eventually, Saul's reign came to a tragic end, and David was anointed king. First, he ruled over Judah, and later, after the fall of Saul's house, he became the king of all Israel. David's rule was marked by great military victories, the unification of the tribes, and the establishment of Jerusalem, the political and spiritual heart of the nation. He brought the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem, strengthening Israel's identity as God's chosen people. Under his leadership, Israel flourished, achieving a level of prosperity and stability it had never known before. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yet, even the greatest of men have their moments of weakness. David's affair with Bathsheba stands as a sobering reminder of human frailty. It began when David, instead of leading his troops into battle as he should have, remained in his palace. One evening, he saw Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah, bathing on a rooftop, and he was captivated by her beauty. Acting on impulse and abusing his power, he summoned her to the palace, and she became pregnant. In an attempt to cover up his sin, David orchestrated a plan to bring Uriah home from war, hoping he would sleep with his wife and believe the child was his. But Uriah, a loyal soldier, refused to indulge in comfort while his comrades were on the battlefield. Frustrated, David devised a more sinister plan. He ordered Uriah to be placed in the front lines of battle where he would surely be killed. The plan worked, and with Uriah dead, David took Bathsheba as his wife. For a while, it seemed that David had gotten away with his actions. But God saw everything. The prophet Nathan confronted David, using a powerful parable to expose his wrongdoing. When David realized the gravity of his sin, he was overcome with remorse. He composed Psalm 51, a heartfelt plea for God's mercy. "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." Though God forgave David, the consequences of his actions remained. The child born from the affair died, and turmoil later arose within his own household. His sons turned against him, and rebellion threatened his reign. David's later years were filled with both triumph and sorrow, as he navigated the difficulties brought on by his own failings. Despite his imperfections, David remains one of the most beloved figures in biblical history. His life is a complex tapestry of faith, courage, love, betrayal, repentance, and redemption. What makes David truly remarkable is not that he was without flaws, but that he always returned to God, seeking forgiveness and striving to walk in righteousness. His Psalms continue to inspire millions. His story serves as a powerful lesson in both the heights of faith and the dangers of unchecked desire, and his legacy as the shepherd who became a king endures through the ages. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of King David. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories and insights. Until next time, take care and stay curious.